Well, hello everybody. Good morning. It's early. The sun has just now started to come out and still a little bit of fog burning off. It's early. Anyway, welcome to my house and welcome to the channel. I will be staying here for the next couple days. I brought the old camper and got me a kayak this time, not just any kayak. That's a Hatfield kayak. Y'all think I'm lying, but I'm not. This actually belongs to a Hatfield, as in, yeah, Hatfield McCoy feud. Yes, I borrowed it from Chancey Hatfield. Yeah, it's actually a Hatfield canoe or kayak. Imagine that. Anyway, I am in Phyllis, Kentucky at the Grapevine Campground at Fishtrap Lake. Not a very big campground. I think they only have 28 campsites. There's one left with power. This one. There's one there and one down there, but they don't have power. They're primitive. This is the last one with power. We are expecting we're expecting some probably triple digits. Okay, you know, y'all know how I like to camp in weird stuff, weird places. You know, freezing cold, bring a diesel heater, you know. Triple digits, you bring an air conditioner. It's simple. Just seems to me, though, I mean, you know, if you're going to have days with, you know, near triple digits, that's a perfect time to go to the lake, yes? I mean, if you're going to have 90+ degree weather anyway, I can't think of a better thing to do on a 90+ degree day than go to the lake. But anyway, I'm gonna, like I said, I brought a bunch of toys and all kinds of stuff, and you know, just spend a couple days and have us a great old time. Go do some fly fishing. I bought a big old crock pot. Gonna make a big roast and all kinds of stuff. But either way, what time is it? It is 7:50 right now. I'm a little bit behind. I know my way. I've been here 100 times. But I straight up took a wrong turn in the fog this morning. I sure did. I mean, I realized it right after I did it. But I also realized at the same time, you know, they got the K-rails here on the highway. You're going to have to drive 5 miles about that way before you can turn. Okay. All right. So right off the bat, 10 miles out of the way. Right off the bat. All right. I guess I need to get off here. It's going to get really hot, really fast. I think they said by 11 o'clock it's supposed to be 85 to 90 degrees. So I need to get my little butt in gear because it is going to get really hot, and I've only got partial shade here at best. So I need to get my little butt in gear, get unhooked, get set up, and get some air going before it gets ridiculously hot out here. I just noticed I don't have a picnic table. That's all right. I got 2 tables with me. We'll be all right. We'll make do. I got one for inside, and I brought my little one anyway, so I'll just put it out here somewhere and make my own little picnic table. But I've got the camper set up. Did have one little problem. I had the house circuit. You know, it's the big plug. Oh man, yeah. While I'm thinking about it, maybe we'll go ahead and unhook it. I did some modification. I took the toilet out. To be honest, I don't use, you know, I'm never going to use the bathroom in there. You know, I'm like a bear, you know what I mean? But anyway, I took that out and turned that into a solar power bank. And I had to run my cables, had to run extension cords. I can't get my house circuit to work. I know what it is, pretty sure. There's a kill switch where I took the galley out, and I'm pretty sure it's just that kill switch. But either way, I had cables with me, and it wasn't, you know, it's just as much trouble to do it one way as it is the other. So we're good either way. AC's working, you know, got everything working. The only drawback is I'm relegated to using my cooler because the fridge don't work. That's the only catch. So I guess I could wire it. Nah. We'll do that some other time. The kill switch. There used to be a galley that flips up and down right here, kitchen sink, and this was a bathroom, but I took it out and made it, it's a solar power bank now. That's where my batteries and inverters and solar panels and all that stuff go when I'm off grid. Of course, you know, we're definitely on grid. We're on grid for sure. It's right there. Water right out here by the corner. But we're set up. We're ready to go. Got me a nice little canopy outside for later. I set up one of the little windows on the back, kind of shaded a little bit more. We'll see how it goes. It's getting hot. It's north of 92. It was 92 a little while ago. Let's see. 1 o'clock, 94 degrees. Or no, 12:45. It's 12:30 now, 94. But it is a nice, balmy 71.4 in here, so good enough. It will absolutely freeze you to death. I had it on high and had to turn it down. No, 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 no. You're getting a little carried away, my friend. But we've officially got a nice little home base with everything we need to have a whole lot of fun for a couple days. It looks as though. Alright, let's get the crock pot stuff on, get that going, and you know, maybe listen to a little music, stuff like that while we're doing that, and get ready. I'll show you around a little bit, show you the place, and yeah, go have some fun. Get dinner going, then have fun. Check this out, y'all. I was thinking about taking the kayak and, you know, go down to the lake, throw it in, paddle around a little bit, you know, just practice, you know, play with it a little bit. You can barely touch that thing. That dark color, look here. I just set this outside. Now, this is on the table in direct sunlight. It says 131. I don't know, but that's what it says. I don't know nothing, but I'm just telling you that's what it says. It says 131 right here on the table in the sun, right there. Just sitting there. Even, I mean, well, it's not in the shade, but shade near it at least. But I brought the crock pot out here. That thing, the temperature was running away with me in there. It got like 80, 82. I was thinking it got, you know, it's getting warmer in here. I had to look at the, you know, thermometer before I brought it out, and it was like 82. We had to do a little bit of creative wiring again. Okay, yeah, we're good. Not warm at all. Brought that puppy outside. We'll let him sit out here where it's nice and warm. He can be happy and do his thing. Inside, I had to get a little bit, oh yes, it's much better. You literally break a sweat just standing out there. Look at this. '96. Nice and toasty out there. But what I had to do, let me get down here, I had to close one of the ends off. I took one of the panels from the gazebo the other panel like that, and put it up here and closed off this section I'm not using. So now I have a great big bay window inside of a camper. Not much of a view, but it does keep the temperature down a few degrees at least. It does help. Not, you know, let's see. I don't think it looks horrible. Not too bad for, you know, something you just cobble together. You know, necessity's the mother of invention. It just got, I had the crock pot right here and heated up some coffee, and no, we can't be doing either of those inside here. It is just, the temperature just runs away. Oh yeah, we had to back up and punt real quick and do some rewiring, run the other one under, and got the TV going out through the little hole. I figured I may as well use it. I'm gonna have a hole in it, I may as well put it to use. So far so good. Everything's holding up, no cables getting overheated. That was kind of a, you know, a concern, you know, because the way I'm having to run it from the box. But we seem to be okay. Everything seems to be humming right along. TV's good. AC's doing fine. It's mid 70s in here. It's not, you know, quite 72 anymore. I would just guess 75, 77, 78, whatever. Just, but not quite 80. We're in the 70s somewhere. I will take it. 70s is much better than out in that sun on a dark kayak. I mean, 130. No, thank you. No, thank you. That is cook-you weather. That is some cook-you kind of weather. I can feel the heat on this side of the camper where the sun's shining. It'll be going back that way soon, though. It's going right down through this way. So soon enough, there'll be a little bit of shade, and I'll get out and play a little bit. I was planning on playing in the morning, mostly, but we'll see if we can't get out some today. Right now, though, my God, it is just obnoxiously hot out here. 131.0. That thing ain't that much hotter. Wow. That's kind of hard to believe. Oh, I got it unplugged. Wrong. It's that one. Had to get creative, like I said, with my wiring, so look over me. Yeah, 131. That's what it says. Wow. 122, it dropped that quick. Alright. Just figured I'd take a ride down and check out the lake, see what it looks like. How she looks today. Very pretty out. As long as you're in the shade, it's very pretty. Once you get out in the sun, not so pretty no more. There's a lot of nice ones here, a lot of nice campers. Very nice ones. vegetation, a little bit of pollen, and some just plain junk too. I'm tempted to just throw the kayak in, just go ahead and give it a try. Right there. Good spot. Just anywhere is a good spot. Well, I got in it and didn't drown. So far. Of course, I don't know how long I can stay out here. It's like miserable hot. I just wanted to try it though. Just wanted to see. I do know one thing. I need a longer oar for sure. So yeah, live and learn, right? Not always the $15 one. Sometimes it's the $16 one. Okay, let's paddle around a little bit, see what we think about it. Getting sweaty. Well, that'll work. We are kayaking and sweating. A lot sweating. It is really freaking hot. I mean, abnormally crazy, ridiculous hot. For here anyway. May not be hot for Mojave Desert, but for here it's pretty warm. Alright, let's paddle in. I plan on doing some fishing in the morning. I want to do a little bit of fly fishing at least. Kind of work the banks, you know, just have some fun. It's been years since I've got to go fly fishing. You just about need a boat, you know, so haven't had a boat in a few years. But we got a kayak, so we'll try it. We'll give it a shot and see if it works. We'll do that early in the morning though. Alright, I just wanted to come out, paddle around a little bit, try it out, see how I liked it. Not bad. A little bit wider would be nice too. I've tried to tip it, it just kind of writes itself pretty much, so can't complain. Alright, let's get out of here before I bake alive. Well, the sun has set and it's starting to cool off. It's still pretty toasty, don't get me wrong. It's still around 90. I think it's supposed to get the low tonight somewhere around 88, 80, 85, something like that. Whatever. But the campground came alive for a little while, you know, kids riding back and forth on bikes and stuff. It's got a little bit busy for a minute. People kind of kick back now and having some dinner and doing some relaxing, quality family time. It's good to see though, isn't it? I mean, I'm glad I'm on the end, you know, don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. I like people. I do like people. Over there. A little bit. Over there. Very nice though. I'm looking forward to tomorrow morning. Get the kayak out and get out early in the morning. I'm going to set my alarm and get up early, take the kayak. It's wild, isn't it? Do all this stuff, come this way for what, 4 or 5 hours of fleeting time on the kayak. Just a few fleeting hours and, you know, that's it. It's back to 97 degrees. But for right now, we're nice and shady. The crock pot is crocking right along. Look at that. Oh, sorry, hang on. And that looks pretty good, don't it? But for now, my neighbor just came over a second ago and said they were having some watermelon and wanted to bring me over a piece. So they brought me a piece of watermelon. Cool. I made sure to, you know, like thank them, you know, like 6 times. That was really cool. Had some watermelon after a day like today. You have to admit some ice cold watermelon sounds really good. So I just kick back and have a little watermelon. Got my lighting situated for outside for later. Got me, you know, a little comfy chair, sit by the fire. It didn't really get a whole lot of wood. I gathered a little bit, just enough, you know, a couple hours should be plenty. You can't get closer than 10 feet anyway. So what's the point? Anyway, all right, let's sit down and wait for dinner to finish. It's probably done enough to eat now, but I'm gonna let it sit, and I'm in no rush, and apparently it's not either. So we'll just let it sit. It's nice and cool inside now though. I had to actually turn the air up. I came back from getting ice. Y'all ain't gonna believe it. I went down to get ice. Siri said that there was a place closer down this way to go this way. I start down this way. She recalculates and says it's 37 minutes down that way after I get going. No. I come back down this way and go back down, you know, go that way, get all the way back down to the gas station, you know, to get a bag of ice. And guess what? I left my wallet here in the camper and had to come all the way back, get my wallet, and then go all the way back down and get a bag of ice and come back. But you know, the fridge isn't working, so you gotta plan B it, right? Of course, I guess that's the whole thing, is a exercise in plan B right there, isn't it? I had to block that off, but it worked. It sure did. And it's nice and cool in here. It's 68 degrees. We're getting there. Still a little light in the sky. We're not quite dark yet. Anyhow, I was hanging out, you know, just hanging out, talking to some of our viewers for a few minutes. They were related to some of the people that we did videos about. And you know, that's really cool. You know, you never know when you're going to run into somebody like that. It's really cool when you do. Had this one guy not long ago told me that I recorded his brother sitting on the steps at on the porch at Aunt Betty's house from the Hatfield-McCoy feud. And he said he passed away about 3 days later. And he said, I've probably watched that video 100 times. He said, that's the only video I have that I know of him. And I was just blown away, you know, that, you know, one of our videos, you know, little silly video, something like this could do something like that. It's amazing, isn't it? Just something as silly as YouTube channels, you know, the internet. It's changed the world, hasn't it? Alright, we're almost there. We're back down to the bathrooms. Well, dinner is ready, and it should be just about cool enough to get some. Look at that. Just look how tender, just falling apart. You shake it with a fork and it falls apart. Look at that. Now that looks really good. That looks good. Alright, let's get me a bowl of it. Got my citronella going, trying to keep some of the bugs away, which I don't really see that many bugs, to be honest. I think most of them may have had a whole bunch of teeny tiny little heat strokes today. I'm not really sure, but there ain't really a whole lot of bugs out tonight, though. I'll take it. Anyway, I'll be right back. Let's get some dinner. And it's ready. Good thing too. I was just about to starve. It was close. Here we go. Look at that. Just fall right apart. Look at that. That looks really good, doesn't it? Okay, here we go. Just peels right off. That is very good. Hey, there's a bug. Okay. That is officially just about enough of this polite eating. I'm gonna have to turn my camera off now and show this stuff no pity at all. And just for the record, yes, Leo did build a fire even in triple digit heat, because it's a rule. Everyone knows this. You have to have a fire or you're not camping. You have to have a campfire, you're not camping. It is an extended day trip, overnight day trip, if you don't have a campfire. But yeah, it's getting a little bit late. It's about I'm gonna guess about 10:30. It is still mind-numbingly hot. I'm not messing with y'all at all. It's probably still like 85. Yeah, it's nice and snuggly out here, but we still built the fire, and I guess it is about time to mosey inside. I got the TV all set up, and what I'm doing, I brought the Starlink just in case anyone's wondering. I probably should mention this. The campground has cell service. I've got 2 bars here, 50%, and which that's more than enough. You know, that's enough to stream. You know, streams well, and Heather and I were doing FaceTime too. You know, didn't skip or drop anything, or did well. But I brought the Starlink just in case, but it doesn't look like I'm going to need it. Let's see. 67 in here. Of course, I had the door closed till just now. But my little, hang on. My little hillbilly ingenuity bay window close off that end of the camper seems to have really helped. It seems to have made a big difference. Of course, taking, you know, that crock pot out of here, cooking in here, I didn't think it would make that big of a difference, but apparently, yeah, it does. Just, I've only got the 2 circuits, you know, the weird electrical thing. My fault, not Campground's fault. Anyway, I can only have one at a time hooked up, and I unhooked that and turned a little hot plate on just to heat up some coffee earlier. And I mean, the temperature went up like 5 degrees just from heating up some coffee. No. We can't be cooking in here. We'll have to do that outside. We're cooking in the yard from here on out. But I've still yet got all the beef. Look at that. That pot roast. Look how good that turned out. Meat just fall right off, fall apart, just melt in your mouth. Literally melt in your mouth. You can just take the fork and stick it in there and just kind of twist it just a little bit, and you know, the whole thing just comes right apart, just as tender as you want it to be. But I gotta bag it up still and put it on some ice. On that, there's some really nice campers here, very pretty ones. Didn't really bother with getting a whole lot of firewood, you know, just enough for 3-4 hours. I certainly don't need a fire. You know, you have to literally keep this thing at a distance. You can't get anywhere near. You go over to it, throw a piece of wood on it, and run. And That's how that works. Feed it and run before it gets you. Good morning. It's about 6:30 and it isn't blistering hot yet. Yeah, we're supposed to, they're saying 97 today, so yeah, couple degrees warmer than yesterday, just about 2 more than yesterday. Campground is quiet, very quiet this early in it, not a soul. All right, we're all loaded up. I'm ready to go. Head down to the lake, throw the kayak in, and go do a little bit of fly fishing. Been a long time since I've done this. All right, let's go get it. Good morning, weird looking birds. How y'all doing? You're kind of ugly. I don't blame him. I would have flew off too. Anyway, we are out there, and check this out. Hang on, let me get turned. Just want to show you something. Look at that sun up there. He's just threatening, isn't he? Very threatening, trying to intimidate someone. That's all right. We got a few hours before it gets really hot. So I'm gonna do me a little bit of fly fishing. Wish me luck, guys. Well, we made it out to the middle. Very pretty. Still got fog up on the mountain up there. Look at that. But if anybody asks, I'm sure they probably will someday. Have you ever kayaked way out on Fishtrap Lake? I kayaked the hell out of Fishtrap Lake. At least now I can legitimately say that, right? Here comes another little bass boat coming out, little fishing boat. It is about to get warm here within, it's not going to take long. So it is looking like old Leo is going to have to start heading back for the barn. About to get really, really hot out here. Kayak, I'm actually surprised at how fast these little things are. So I guess it's just a matter of the rhythm. You got to get that rhythm down pat, but once you get it, man, they really get gone, don't they? They'll get up the lake. But yeah, this is really nice, real pretty, very fun. I'm gonna have to get me a kayak now. That's a damn shame. I blame Chansey. It's all his fault. He shouldn't have loaned me this. It's all your fault, Chansey. I'm kind of cruising. They're out past the no wake zone. You can cut loose out here. You must have heard me. All right, I guess I'm gonna start heading on back in. Heading back into the bay and get ready to get out because it's about to get hot. I'm almost back. Then paddling and paddling and paddling and paddling and then some paddling. And then after that there was some paddling and then some paddling. But we are back almost. Just got a little bit more to paddle. It's like when you're a kid, man. There's always another paddling coming. Of course, that may have just been me. I don't know if y'all were quite as bratty as I was. But, you know. We're getting back. We're almost there. All the people fishing have decided to leave. There was a group there, some there. Guy over here, they have all left. It is early. I'm gonna say 10, just guessing. It is freaking hot, man, already. It is incredibly hot. I am wet, and it ain't from the lake. I will be, though. I'm going to get in this puppy later. It looks a little bit murky. I don't care. I don't know. He may just go take a icy shower later in the bathhouse. That'd probably cool you off too, wouldn't it? You probably won't catch something. Alright, we're almost there. A little bit more. Wish me luck, guys. Looks like about 50 to 70 more paddles and we should be there. Wish me luck. Hopefully we can make those last few. Well, it's about 2 o'clock in the afternoon. Just finished watching a movie. Had to work for that one. Cell service went out. I had no clue why. Somebody hit a phone pole, who knows. But everything went out. But luckily, I just happened to have the little Starlink Mini in the truck. I just happened to bring it. I didn't know if I'd have service here or not. And it turns out it came in real handy, didn't it? But anyway, it's about 95 outside. It's about 74 in here, 75. Not raw, not hot, not cold. You know, about right. Feels good. But it is 95 degrees outside and full sun. That's why I've got all the windows closed, got all the curtains closed up. It is smoking hot out there. I figured I may as well go ahead and take advantage of it and go jump in the lake. Go get wet. Why not? It's, you know, what you do, isn't it? 90-degree weather. Go jump in the lake. Makes sense on the surface anyway. Okay, let's go jump in the lake. Well, we're back down to the lake. It is blistering hot. And so, you know, just like 2 and 2 is 4. Go to the water, right? Go get in the water. Now, before we do all this stuff, I'll set the GoPro over there and play with the kayak a little bit. Before we do this little disclaimer. We will not be held responsible for any retina damage from the glare from my legs. They haven't seen a whole lot of sunshine in the past 40 years, something like that. All right, let's get it over with. There, y'all happy? You happy now? There. All right, well, now that we got that out of our system, all right, I've got, yeah. I'm gonna get out there and flop around. Remember when you was a little kid? That kind of thing, you know, you just get out and play around, float around, that sort of thing. That. I'm gonna do that. Except I'm gonna take the kayak out there with me and try to climb in it from the water and junk like that. Have some fun. All right, let's get wet. Well, I tried to get into it from in the water like 5 times. Just flips it over. I can't get in it from the water. I have to go to the bank, get in it from there. But oh well, at least we can get wet now, right? We are out here and we're already wet, and you got the jacket on, so it don't matter what you do now, does it? It's all good. It's all fair game. Much cooler. We're up there. We did it. Wait a minute. Try it from here. I'm on it, sort of. I'm on it, though. That's the important thing here. I am on the board. That's the important part. Oh well. I probably could have made it. Probably. Probably. That is tricky. I'm just going to do it from the bank. I believe that's a little bit easier. You don't work as hard. Doing it that way is hard work. Alright. Well, the kayak seems to be better for fly fishing than I thought it would be, if they would bite. And try it one-handed. Not easy to do. Oh, pretty shot one-handed. Come on. That's pretty much how it's been. It's a little bluegill special too. Usually do real good, but I guess they're nesting right now for one thing. We were just over at Laurel Lake a couple weeks ago, and nests, little circles in the ground where all the bluegill and stuff, the little sunfish were nesting. Oh, I'm drifting into a tree here. I'll be right back. Pick me out a shady little break spot. Just kind of watch everything else. Take a little 5. Been paddling all over here, playing, goofing off. Still ain't been. Oh, look at that! Like a whole school of them. Something got after a whole school of fish. But yeah, been fun. This has been fun. Been a good day. I do believe, though, it's got to be getting a little bit later in the afternoon. Now, I do believe I'm gonna get ready to pack it in pretty soon. We may fall in 1 or 2 more times between here and the truck over there. Look at that. Something is terrorizing those fish. I don't know what it is. Something's after them. Some kind of lake monster. Alright, let's head over to the truck. I'm about ready for a cold drink. I'll say that much. Just pretend that isn't your legs. It's in your mind, put your legs in place and you're good to go. A little ASMR for you. Nice and cool in here, I'll say that much. Water's nice and cool. Not that far from the bank, really. 20 feet, 30 feet. Just kind of floating around. Just chilling. A good spot to do some relaxing, I'll say that much. If you really want to do some, recreational, aquatic relaxing, it's a good way to do it. Just kind of bob around. Used to do it all the time with little kids. Inner tubes, stuff like that, milk jugs, just anything that'd float, we'd get out and float around on it. And that's a poor kid thing though, huh? I don't think the wealthy kids use milk jugs. They work really good though. See a little bit of on the top of the water. I don't know if you guys can see it. Like that pollen, little tiny pieces of vegetation. Summer. you know, leaves, little twigs and sticks, nothing, no garbage. It's nice and clean and pretty. Very nice looking lake. Even down here up close, it's a good looking lake. So much work swimming. Need engines. We need some kind of little people engines. Alright, let's float around a little bit. Enjoy this while we can. It'll soon be time to pack up and leave the lake and leave all this behind for a while. Before you know it, it'll be snowing again. All this will be gone, and old man winter will be knocking at the door with his evil little friends. Not today, though. Not today. It is warm as you want it to be today. Well, it's about 7 o'clock on day 2, and I'll be heading out tomorrow. But I got me a little bit of sun out there. I couldn't tell I looked that red, but on the phone with Heather I looked kind of red, and my legs are kind of warm. They feel pretty red. That's alright though. That's a sure sign you did it right, I do believe. I haven't done it, haven't got one of those, haven't got a sunburn in many years. So I guess that's a sign that I did it right. We'll take it that way. I earned that sunburn anyway. That's pretty, that sounds a little bit more like it. We earned that sunburn the hard way. But I guess since the sun is gone, now I've got all evening. I'm gonna try to get some of this stuff, get a good start on it. I came in after I was, goofing off in the water. Came in and laid down, just watching TV. Had the air on high because, it was ridiculously hot. Sun went down, went behind the trees, and I woke up freezing to death in here. It was like 66 degrees in here. And air blowing right on. Oh, Lord God, it's cold in here. I got up and came back out. And, okay, I guess it's time to get up and do stuff. I'm gonna try to get some of this stuff tore down this evening and get some of it ready, what I can. Get things packed up, and my plan is to set an alarm for like ridiculously early, 5 or 6, something like that, and get out here and try to get everything packed up, loaded, and hit the road before it gets hot on me again. It has been a smoking hot trip. I mean, I like camping in extreme weather, thunderstorms, snow, rain. I like that stuff. I've camped in heat before. We camped once. Over in, I think it was Yatesville Lake. It's 105. And that's not, yeah. We stayed in the lake then too. But I guess I'm going to get started here in a minute now that I've got some shade. And, don't have to worry about the heat from here on out, do we? I guess I'll get started gathering some stuff up and get started packing. Get ready to head out at the crack of dawn in the morning. Okay. That sounds like a plan. Let's do that. I'm winding the day down now. It's about, a little after 10. Kind of sitting back watching some TV. Watching Star Wars Rogue One. Been having to juggle the AC. If you close the door low on even the lowest setting, it gets cold. So you have to kind of crack the door a little bit. But I've been in and out, you know, just doing stuff. I've got the canopy put away and a few other things. I'll do that. The GoPro's not picking it up, but it picks it up on the phone. Trying to get the distance right. Boom. Look at that. That is really cool of using the Apple phone. Wow. That was sweet. I got GoPro of catching that with an Apple phone. It makes you dizzy. Trying to line everything up and look at the camera. Boom! I caught that. Had to, I think. Go that way. Between the Apple and the GoPro at nighttime. Check that out. Turn the GoPro off. It's not doing much. He's not hitting on much. That looks really cool though, don't it? Eerily quiet in it. You would think there'd be other people out looking around. It ain't that late. One more going. That'll do. Let's get on in. Starting to get a little bit damp. There comes the rain. Oh, that's cold. This is a nice little touch to the camping trip. Nice little rain. Cool things off. Loud rain. There we go. There we go. Don't seem to have any drips. Don't see anything. Looks good. You never know about old campers. How's that for some super nice sleeping weather? It sounds really good in here. Well, good morning, everybody. It's about 7 a.m. after the big storm last night. I mean, hit hard. I did not see that coming. The weather said 17% chance, but yeah, it was 101% chance of rain last night. But luckily, I happened to see it coming on radar and snatched the boat out. I had the kayak hanging out the back of the truck, and that rain, every bit of it would have went right down here, out the drain holes, and right into my gear. Flooded everything. So we snatched him out last night, and yeah, had to do a little bit of, where I had my plugs out here, had to shuffle them around real quick last night before the thunderstorm hit, but we got it just in time. Just as soon as I got done and showed that video, yeah, I had just finished doing that, putting everything, getting ready for rain, and got the plugs lined out, and I didn't have time to move the Starlink plug. So I just laid it up on top of the tire back in there, keep it out of the rain. Seemed to work, nothing got wet. But I've still got, yeah, pretty much everything to pack up. Haven't even made the bed or anything yet. Got pretty much all of it to go. But that's all right. We'll get there. We'll make it. We'll make it. There's Heather talking now. I just told her I was up. Good morning. It's pack-up day. Been a fun trip, though. I've enjoyed this. I've had quite a bit of adventure for a couple days, you know. Did quite a bit of stuff. Had a lot of fun. But anyway, I guess let's get to work. I can see the slightest little hint of sunshine through the trees right there. I don't know if y'all can see that. Barely see that little dot right there. I can see it up on tops of the trees up there too. A little bit of sun. I would imagine once that gets down here, it's going to get pretty humid pretty quick. Because it's supposed to be, I just checked the weather, they're now saying 92 for today. So it's a little better than 97, I suppose. A little bit. We'll take it. But anyway, still pretty toasty nonetheless. So I'm going to go ahead and get started early. Well, you know, just past sunup. Not all the way up anyway. And go ahead and get started, get everything loaded, and get this show rolling. Okay, 8:15, and we are ready to go. Still got some shades, about 80 degrees right now. So it's trying to warm up already. Been a fun little trip, though. I hope y'all enjoyed, you know, coming along, seeing the place. The only thing, self-service just died, straight up died yesterday for several hours. I have no idea what it was, but luckily, I just happened to have the Starlink with me, so I just sat it on top of the camper and did that till it came back on. But it worked, no problem. But anyway, guys, I hear squirrels. I heard turkey too over there earlier. Busy little place. Pretty quiet though, isn't it, this morning? Look at that. I don't see a soul. Not a single person. At 8 o'clock, I see a squirrel run across the road up there. That's the only thing I see moving is a squirrel. Alright guys, let's get out of here. Like I said, I hope y'all enjoyed our little trip and, you know, hanging out. All that kind of stuff. Enjoy a little adventure till you can get out and have your own little adventures, right? And just something to keep you entertained for the moment. Alright guys, we'll see y'all later. Y'all have a really good one. I guess that's about it, ain't it? Video out. See y'all next time.
Morning.